Welcome back to the Barebones Soccer Collective podcast. Barebones Soccer podcast, Barebones Soccer Collective podcast, whatever you want to call it.
BBSP.
The P just sounds a little weird at the end.
BBSPC.
BBSPC. We're still
It's
working
long.
on the name, but what really matters is we're talking to you all about the beautiful game in America, in Denver, Colorado, what we are building with our soccer community and bringing the love of the game back.
Correcto. Which entails the following. For those that don't know, you can find us every single Saturday, 9:30 a.m., Brimfield Commons. That is our public park pickup session. Longest tenured, too.
Yes, been doing it for
5
almost 5 years, yeah.
5 years. So you're going to always find us there. And then what we want to talk about on top of that is our smaller social series that we have made with our partnered local business vendors. So for those, again, that haven't been before, you've seen us, maybe you haven't seen us at Raissi's Brewing before, in their parking lot, playing parking lot pickup soccer, forest side. For those that haven't been out yet, we are also at, which is what today will mainly be about, is Sports Stable in Superior, on the pickleball courts, outside, 2 courts going, King of the Hill type style. So we're going to talk about a little bit of what that's like, if you haven't been out yet, and where it started, where we're at today with that, and why we're doing that.
Yes.
So, Dan, if you want to take it away with what you think was the intention behind it and how things started.
Yeah. Bare bones, we have just been wanting to grow in any way that we can and bring the game to as many people as possible. Particularly, we're focusing on who we are, who our demographic is, and that is, millennials, adults that want to play. Not just exclusively millennials, but adults that want to play the game. Maybe they haven't played for a while. Maybe they're tired of leagues. Maybe they just want a fun place to come and play and hang out with friends and socialize. So that is at the core what we wanted to build with this one at the Sports Stable in Superior. And I think it's really cool how it came about because Ian, I guess I'm not fully 100% sure on how you connected with Sports Stable. So I want you to tell that story on how we, got with them. But yeah, overall, why we started this pickup was because of those reasons. We want to create a community. We want to feel like when you go to play pickup, you're playing with friends and you're having a good time. You're not having to worry about getting slide tackled. You're not having to worry about, elbows to the face. Although, shout out Zach, he did get elbowed in the face.
Wow, too soon. Too soon almost.
Sorry, bro. Yes, there's going to be, the danger that is why we have people sign waivers.
Yeah,
but
that's funny, though.
It was an accident. Everyone, I think, was in agreement that it wasn't like a violent thing. It was just, it happened, right? So anyway, regardless, we're creating the environment for people to, feel loose while still being competitive and being able to show up and just be themselves and have a good time. So that was the core of building this pickup. But tell us, Ian, about how did we get connected with Sports Stable? How did that happen?
Yeah. So again, to piggyback off what Dan's explaining is that it is our most social, intimate soccer experience to date that we've had longevity with too, right? Mm-hmm. So that was all part of it. And the small-sided thing has a big role to play in that, which we'll get into. But we had been looking at plenty of different venues and facilities and whatnot to try to get our foot in the door for anything that we saw that was the small-sided game again, that was inherently social, world's most social game, making it even more social with the intimacy of small-sided games. And our street soccer aspect on these hard court surfaces was just kind of our spin on things, kind of like bringing, I think we mentioned in the past, bringing our version of Europe or South America to Denver, how the game is widely played
Yes.
around the world. So
Yes.
we had been looking at places, and I actually got reached out to from our Bare Bones account, from the owner of a amateur club team here. Shout out to Peak 11 and Don. And they had seen what we did with Ricey's. 4v4 parking lot soccer, really fun, fast paced, intimate. We're partying. We got drinks there, responsibly. Food pickup truck, or food truck, excuse me. Pickup truck.
A pickup truck with food in it.
There we go.
Yeah. No.
So again, he had reached out because he saw all that what we were creating there, and he said, "Why don't you want to do that at another place?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, actually, we do, because that's exactly what we're trying to do, is find more locations to do exactly this."
Mm.
So he had reached out, and we started a conversation. Yeah, last summer,
Wow.
and basically a year ago, and we were trying to find a date to expand upon this intimate, small-sided game, which he had clearly taken a liking to, the community aspect of it, and all that, right? So he had reached out last summer, and we finally got it. It took a little bit, but our communication finally picked up when we were able to get our launch party for that concept at Sports Stable last November. So that's when things really took off, and we thought, well, this is great. We like the pickleball courts. Like, it's a great surface to play on, truthfully.
It's great.
Some people may have their sayings on either muscle or joint fatigue from it, but there are pros and cons to pretty much every single surface that you play any sport on. So,
and that's also the discussion that happens every single week when we go play pickup at Broomfield. We've got access to turf or grass. It depends on, who's reserving the fields, if there's tournaments going on, where we can play, because we're literally playing for free at a park, essentially, and we're just playing on what's available. But if we have our options and there's no one out there, half of our vocal minority, there's the vocal minority of people, which is like 3, 4, maybe 5 people.
You may know who you are. I don't know.
You probably know who you are.
Not dissing anyone.
That say, I'd rather play on turf or I'd rather play on grass. And of course they have their pros and cons. I would prefer turf most of the year except for the summer, because it's so damn hot.
Well, I think everyone would probably prefer grass if the grass was perfect.
Actually cut.
If it was Field of Dreams, I think it would be grass every week.
Absolutely.
But that ain't the case.
Always depends on what it actually looks and feels like. That's it. Yeah. How it plays is really what matters, right? And that's why most of our people like it when we play on turf. And there will be people that say something about it if we are on grass, and vice versa. So regardless, we try to balance that out week to week and pick what is most fitting for the situation and what's going on. But I think I'll say my bit on futsal and small-sided, and how Ian and I bonded originally is that we both really enjoy small-sided and futsal style of play. Because why? Individuality. You really get to see how someone plays, I think, in small-sided, number one. And number two, it's like, do you want to play more? Do you want to touch the ball more? Do you want to keep going? Do you like quicker? Do you want to play fast? Do you want to score more goals? Play futsal. And for me, it's special to me because it's really how I learned how to play the game, and how movement during soccer with your team, and how playing quick 1-2s and seeing through balls, movement, how movement really works in the game of soccer is really how I learned it through futsal. But
It's the greatest example for those that do not play much or at all. The small sided game is truly the greatest example of how you find out what movement and positioning in the beautiful game means. If you're caught watching, standing still,
You're done.
you're done for.
You're cooked.
You're cooked, as one says.
You're sauced.
Sauced. Deleted. But the main emphasis is that you will be found out.
Yes.
You will be found out. You will cause your team.
If you're not running, you're immediately. And not only that, but if you don't know how to get out of tight spots, if you can't do at least some sort of one-on-one, or even just like literally like pass the ball when someone's open,
Yes.
like move the ball.
Seeing plays happen before they happen.
Yes. It's just a quicker game, and that's what I really love about it.
Yeah. A wise man goes by the name of Jurgen Klopp. He once said, "You move the ball, not to move the ball, but to move the players." And that it truly comes to life in almost every play in futsal.
Hell yeah. Wise indeed. I love that. Yeah. So all of those reasons, as we get wrapped up here, this is a shorter one, but is why we have been focusing as much as we can on small-sided game for bare bones. Obviously, and kind of the last thing we'll mention here is part of our expansion is, yes, we want more of those, but truthfully, we want to play where the game is available and where people are willing to come to and play. So that is some exciting stuff that we're working on in the works of growing bare bones and bringing more soccer to the people, by the soccer people, for the soccer people. Well, I was reading your by the soccer people, for the soccer people. If you want some merch, we are working on merch. More merch. This is just a nice little sample for you.
Teaser.
But yeah, so it's been really cool. Ian's been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, contacting venues, contacting other places, schools, rec centers. We're really still young in our in doing this as bare bones and being official with organizing soccer and pickups and stuff. So we're still understanding all of the dynamics of how it works. But if you want to give your last kind of note on how bare bones has been growing and what we've been doing and kind of our plans to continue expanding bare bones.
Get the people to the pitch, whether court or field. Make it social. Make it community driven. We truly do want to have a large impact on our city, our soccer city, our community, and how we can make that better. Again, mostly through making the game social and intimate for everyone to be involved. So we kind of try to tell people that bare bones soccer is not just a place to play and go home. If you would like it that way, you're more than welcome to. But we always offer the opportunity to a greater look into the parallels that are drawn through the game, which is the things that we've been listing out today and quite often through all of our channels. So if you haven't come out yet, give it a shot, meet some people, whether you're new or have been in Denver forever. We believe that it is truly a special place, no matter the pitch, to express yourself, have the freedom that the game should be about. And again, just meet the people that you want to meet, be around people that you want to be around, and be more active.
Hell yes. And I'd love to talk about this. Maybe we can explore this in our next episode about kind of our personal backgrounds and how we got into soccer and what we love about soccer. I think it's pretty clear and evident through, what we talk about. but my last note on this is my therapy is soccer for me, and it is truly, if I miss a week, I'm like,
He's a wreck.
I'm truly I'm depressed. I'm sad. I literally tell Ian, hey, I think we have to push back today's meeting because I'm sad.
Extreme FOMO. The FOMO master over here.
The FOMO is for real, and I'm sure we want to create a healthy FOMO, with our content, with what we do. We want to say, hey, you should be here. What are you doing? But
and if you're not, why?
Exactly. We want to know. We want to know, why haven't you come? Why haven't you? So, anyway, soccer is therapy for me, and I really just want more people to be able to experience that through what we do. That is a big mission of ours, is to heal and love people through soccer.
And we will. Mic drop.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to the Bare Bones Podcast. We will see you on the next one.